Released in 1980, Christmas Evil is a psychological horror film directed by Lewis Jackson. At first glance, it looks like a low-budget holiday slasher. But beneath the surface, it's something much deeper. A tragic psychological character study disguised as a Christmas horror film. The story follows Harry Stadling, a lonely toy factory worker who becomes obsessed with Santa Claus after a traumatic childhood event. But this movie isn't about killing. It's about mental illness, childhood trauma, society's cruelty, and the terrifying consequences of emotional isolation. This is why many critics later called it Taxi Driver in a Santa Suit. Brain fact number 1. The movie was never meant to be a slasher. Most people think Christmas Evil is just another 1980s slasher film. But that's completely wrong. Director Lewis Jackson never wanted to make a typical horror movie. Originally, the film was written as a psychological drama about a man slowly losing touch with reality. There was no focus on body count. No focus on gore. No interest in cheap scares. Instead, the horror comes from watching a broken man unravel. The violence is minimal, but the emotional damage is heavy. That's why many viewers feel uncomfortable rather than scared. This makes Christmas Evil one of the earliest examples of psychological horror disguised as a holiday film. Brain fact number 2. Harry's trauma begins with a lie. The most important scene in the movie happens during childhood. Young Harry secretly watches his parents on Christmas Eve. And what he sees shatters his innocence forever. He believes he sees Santa Claus having sex with his mother. But here's the hidden truth, backhand index pointing right, it wasn't Santa. It was his father. The costume confused his young mind, and that confusion permanently damaged his sense of reality. This moment creates 3 long-term effects: his obsession with Santa, his hatred toward naughty people, his desire to become Santa himself. The film quietly suggests that trauma plus fantasy equals psychological collapse. This is one of the earliest cinematic portrayals of childhood trauma shaping adult psychosis. Brain fact number 3. The naughty and nice system represents society. Harry keeps a detailed notebook where he records people's behavior. To most viewers, it looks creepy. But symbolically, it represents society's obsession with judgment. Everyone is judged: kids, co-workers, adults, even strangers. The film subtly asks, who decides what makes someone good or bad? Harry doesn't see himself as evil. He sees himself as a moral judge. This reflects how society often creates monsters by forcing unrealistic moral expectations. Brain fact number 4. The toy factory is a metaphor for modern life. Harry works at a toy factory, a place that should represent joy. Instead, it feels cold, repetitive, and emotionally empty. The workers are unhappy. Management doesn't care. Creativity is crushed. This represents capitalism, worker alienation, loss of human connection. The toys aren't made with love, they're mass-produced lies. This environment pushes Harry further into his delusion, where he believes only he can bring true Christmas joy. Brain fact number 5. The film is secretly about mental illness, not evil. The title Christmas Evil is misleading. There is no devil. No supernatural force. No possession. The evil in this film is untreated mental illness. Harry shows clear signs of obsessive behavior, dissociation, delusional thinking, emotional repression. But instead of getting help, he is mocked, bullied, and isolated. This makes the film uncomfortable, because it reflects real life. Many people suffering mentally are not violent, they're ignored. Brain fact number 6. Harry is actually trying to be good. This is one of the most misunderstood parts of the movie. Harry does not want to hurt people. He genuinely believes he's spreading joy. He gives toys to children. He smiles. He laughs. When he hurts someone, it's not for pleasure. It's because he believes they are naughty and must be corrected. This makes him tragic, not monstrous. The film asks, what happens when someone with good intentions loses touch with reality? Brain fact number 7. The red and green colors are psychological traps. Red and green dominate the movie. But they aren't festive, they're oppressive. Red represents obsession, danger, and emotional overload. Green represents false comfort and illusion. Together, they create visual confusion, just like Harry's mind. The director intentionally made the colors overwhelming to trap the viewer inside Harry's perspective. You're not watching him lose control. You're experiencing it with him. Brain fact number 8. The bullies are the real villains. Harry's co-workers constantly mock him. They humiliate him publicly. They treat him like a joke. This is critical. Because every major breakdown he has comes after humiliation. The movie quietly says, monsters are not born. They are pushed. The cruelty of normal people is more disturbing than any violent act in the film. Puzzle piece: the turning point. The moment Harry fully transforms isn't when he kills. It's when he realizes no one will ever understand him. This is when he stops trying to belong. From this moment on, Santa is no longer a costume. It becomes his identity. Brain fact number 9. The Santa suit represents emotional armor. When Harry puts on the Santa suit, something changes, his posture straightens. His voice becomes calm. His fear disappears. The suit protects him from reality. Psychologically, this is known as identity substitution, when a person adopts a persona to escape emotional pain. This is why the suit feels powerful. It's not a disguise. It's survival. Brain fact number 10. The film predicts modern loneliness. Long before social media, Christmas Evil predicted something terrifying, a world where people are surrounded by others, yet deeply alone. Harry lives among people, but no one sees him. Today, this feels painfully relevant. That's why modern audiences connect with the film more than people in 1980. Brain fact number 11. The ending was meant to be ambiguous, on purpose. Without spoiling too much yet, the ending was designed to feel dreamlike. The director wanted viewers to ask, did it really happen? Or was it all in Harry's mind? This uncertainty is intentional, and deeply disturbing. Brain fact number 12. Why critics hated it at first. When the film released, critics didn't understand it. They expected blood, gore, simple horror. Instead, they got sadness, symbolism, and silence. So they called it boring, confusing, pointless. Years later, those same critics admitted they were wrong. Clapperboard: the cult classic rise. By the 1990s, horror fans rediscovered Christmas Evil. Filmmakers praised it. Psychologists analyzed it. Fans defended it. It became a cult classic, not because it was scary, but because it was honest. Brain fact number 13. Even John Waters called it a masterpiece. Legendary filmmaker John Waters called Christmas Evil the best Christmas movie ever made. That single quote helped revive the film's legacy. Brain fact number 14. The ending is a psychological escape, not reality. One of the most debated moments in Christmas Evil is the ending. Harry drives his van toward a bridge, police chase him, sirens scream, and then, something impossible happens. The van flies. This moment is not meant to be taken literally. The director confirmed that this scene represents Harry's complete mental break. It's his final escape from a world that never accepted him. He doesn't physically fly. His mind does. This is the moment he fully leaves reality. Brain fact number 15. The film uses magical realism, not fantasy. Many people misunderstand this scene. This is not fantasy or supernatural horror. It's magical realism, where emotional truth matters more than physical logic. In Harry's mind, he has completed his mission. He has become Santa. He is finally free. The flying van represents peace, not victory. Brain fact number 16. The ending is a tragedy, not a triumph. Some viewers cheer during the final scene, but the truth is heartbreaking. Harry doesn't escape punishment. He escapes reality. This is the final stage of psychological collapse. The film quietly asks, is death kinder than a world that refuses to understand you? That question is what makes the ending unforgettable. Brain fact number 17. Religious symbolism hidden in plain sight. There are strong religious themes throughout the movie. Harry mirrors a twisted saint figure, he judges morality. He delivers gifts. He punishes sin. But unlike religious figures, he has no divine guidance. This creates a tragic paradox, a man trying to be holy in a world that offers no grace. Even his final ascension mirrors religious imagery. But with no salvation. Brain fact number 18. Why this film feels uncomfortable even today. Modern audiences are used to loud horror. Christmas Evil is quiet. And silence is more frightening than screams. The discomfort comes from long pauses, awkward interactions, emotional realism. You're not scared of monsters. You're scared of becoming like Harry. Brain fact number 19. The film was years ahead of its time. Today, movies like Joker, Taxi Driver, and Black Swan are praised. But Christmas Evil did this style decades earlier. It explored mental illness, isolation, society's cruelty. Before audiences were ready. That's why it failed, and later succeeded. Brain fact number 20. The true message of Christmas Evil. The real horror isn't Harry. The horror is what happens when people stop listening. Empathy disappears. Pain becomes invisible. Christmas Evil isn't about murder. It's about neglect. And that makes it more terrifying than any slasher film ever made. Christmas Evil is not meant to entertain you. It's meant to haunt you. It forces you to ask, who do we ignore? Who do we laugh at? And who silently breaks because of us? This is why the film still matters.